Ki oi tu nyut. Oh si nyut Bible verse standard tu hi di bam chupli Bible. Decided on this tagline based on the Bible verse John 8:36, whom the Son sets free is free indeed. And ever since we started and we went along with that tagline. Nanti balik sebarang kita kerja drama. Kosong ni man. Kosong ni. Man.
Very photogenic.
Chong po. Menta next video sami nomor bangile kini ki promotion ni campaign on rabies. So really part of the video. Chong.
After that,
There is a distinction between the two entities, so to say, Code Freeman and Ferdinand. But I would like to start with introducing myself first. My name is Ferdinand Rani. But then how this Code Freeman came about, it's actually, it was never planned. I mean, I never thought of myself as that one content creator or so to say popular guy or popular face in the media, so to say. But it started when we had a garage before. So it was 2017-18 when we had this motorcycle garage where we would make customized motorcycles, and every custom bike we would tag it with this tagline. So the name of the garage was Snar Garage, and with the tagline Code Freeman. And Code Freeman is something that was born out of a free spirit. Decided on this tagline based on the Bible verse John 8:36, whom the Son sets free is free indeed. And ever since we started and we went along with that tagline, and even the Instagram page that I'm running now was based actually on the motorcycle concept, Code Freeman. But then when I started YouTube channel, I uploaded bike content. Eventually people started liking it, and I realized that there are not too many vloggers and content creators here, and people had already subscribed by then, and I couldn't change the name because people had already recognized me or identify me as Code Freeman. We come from a very middle class family. I would say a BPL family for that matter, because we couldn't really afford good education. So I was born and brought up here in Shillong. I attended a few schools, and a few of them is Government Boys High Secondary School, and after which I went to Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya Yangbari, and that's where I got the free education. Lucky me. And I mean free education since class 6 to class 12. So and then because it was a residential school, so when you ask about the first job that I've ever had and ever been part of, I would say the coolie jobs when we started back then when we were in school. So every time when we come home for the holidays, so we would make it a habit that we would go and look for odd jobs, from construction work to whatever that we can find. So I mean, unlucky us, because we never had this kind of opportunity like we have today, like the young people are having today, because now they have so many job opportunities. I'm not talking about government sector, but at least private sectors are opening up. And back then it was only kam misteri, like we always say it. So and I've never even had the what do you call it, maybe to level up my skill and my profession to the level of a mystery. I was only a coolie then. So we have had to work as laborers to carry sand and bricks and all that. So we started off with those things, and those were the kind of work which my grandfather used to encourage all the time. He never told us directly, but his way of life have been impacted. I mean, have impacted us so much that that we would think of a job as something that is that is very manual, you know so which means you don't have to cheat anybody to earn, so you have to at least sweat for something. So that's how this concept of work, concept of getting a job or finding a job is very different. And then from then on, I've tried so many things. I've been a graphic designer. I've been into mission work. I've been into the what do you call this telecom industry, and quite a few. And then fast forward to 2016-17, I went into a full-time mechanic, where we opened a garage and started off. We want to make a legacy, create a legacy of sort when it comes to motorcycles. We wanted to do something which can define ourselves, which is very different from the rest. So myself and a friend and another cousin, we started a Snar garage, and that's when things have somehow shaped into what they are now. And it gave me more more perspective into life. It gives me more vision and purpose to life. How I started in YouTube was nothing that I had expected, and nothing that I had planned, because when I had uploaded these motorcycle videos, it was only for the love of motorcycles. It was never about seeing somebody doing it and wanting to get into the platform and then start making content. It was never about seeing others doing it and then me started doing the same. But it was born out of passion, and but then the real content creation, the real me was discovered by people when I started uploading videos related to COVID-19. It was then that people started to discover my personality, discover this face, and then people started following. And it was that was also that came out of the urgency of the matter, which was COVID. So it was a need of the hour that I needed to put some information regarding COVID-19 out there. So I used that platform to do so. So I could still remember when I did that, there was very less media houses who would cover that, because it was there on the fourth or fifth page, like in international news of some sort, but never on the front page to actually make people aware or tell people what you need to do to save yourself or to take care of yourself. Somehow, at the back of my head, I could see this coming. I kind of realized that this will reach Shillong anyhow. And sure enough, by second week of March, it came. Second or third week of March, it came. And by then, I had already posted many videos on YouTube, and that kind of helped many to connect with me on a very personal level, where they would ask questions and all that, and I would give them few tips how to take care of your health and all that. And that's when I was discovered online. I feel like my life is something that I would want people to take example of. I've stayed away from substance abuse. I've stayed away from any unhealthy habits that would bring my body, my mind, my thinking capacity, my everything of that would bring down my creative juice, so to say, even in terms of content creation. I gave up smoking almost at the same time when I started. I gave up drinking, smoking, and all that, but at the right time. And I feel like being sober, being away from all those things, gives you more time for you to think, more creative juice for you to use. You know, time and again, I would hear my friends, I would hear people that, you know, unless you use this, your mind will not function. You know, don't come you know, no, all that is actually unnecessary. Those are nothing but a habit. After it becomes habitual, it's very difficult for you to continue things. You will not be able to do things unless you get something that you've been addicted to. So the only thing that I would say is stay away from negativity, stay away from negative thoughts, especially in a world like today. All of the negative thoughts 5 years or 10 years ago stayed with people. You know, now it has been it's overflowing in the comment section. So people with all of the turmoil, all of the chaos, all of the family problems, all of the burden, everything that they have, now they would explode it in the comment section. So I would request people, especially young people, to stay away from negativity. See, the moment that you post something online, don't think that only 2 or 3 people na dong jong pi ban yo e. You know, it's like thousands and thousands of people. Na la dekhi ong nanta ba em yo e tang ko ma 1000 ngot ti to comment jang prakhat pi 1000 ngot la da yeng han dong jong pi de kabot na e la poi. I mean, ladi kat kayeng ito. Lalong may mapipiyang dumag ni pitim si be. Akmo jugi brio bro kay. So stay away from negativity. That's not healthy day. But when gitu ki bapet jam kinde bi bahayeng jongpi, kinde bi parlok ki jongpi. What kind of world and society are we living in kaya kaya ilong kumta? Tingatip ba nang ni syakmani kandang long was. Kibrir kindang bunjat kibandang mi kmai hapo social media kimandang kibampat tip. Teman re lalaki layo ihi ngani video kamut pila tip ka long kumnu ban comment te sngo ba ban share ka comment suba ka bo share ka phin posu hapo social media namar kani kade ka walam arliang serti ko maong manure kalaban pom ya ka jungsni kalaban wan thai ru shipi. If we say content, it's something very vast that way. We're not lacking any kids content anymore online. We have a lot of kids that has both the positive and negative impact on kids. We have seen children at the age of 1.5 years old glued to their phones just because their parents doesn't have any time. They don't have time anymore because they're crying and they can't they can't silence them. So phones is the only easier way to actually to silence them or to get yourself time and for you to continue with your chores and all that. But there are many positive content out there on YouTube, on different kind of platforms that we have now, and these contents will help people, will help the kids in general. But in 5 years time, you will not be able to control content like you are able to do so today. 5 years down the line, you will not be able to control them anymore. It's more like a must that kids that kids should see something, otherwise they'll be left behind. All of the childhood stuff that we are talking right now in online, in reels and YouTube videos or reels and all that these are the things that we've always been doing or playing in the past when we were in our childhood and all that. Actually, those are the kind of games that are still happening at the village level. So it's not alien to them. They're still playing them. But the only difference is because we're not teaching our kids to play. We're giving our kids mobile phones. So I'm scared to say that again, we will not be able to control it anymore 5 years ahead. But the only thing that we control content is today. We as parents have a big responsibility of navigating our kids what they should watch. Yes, watching something will not be, you can't help or you can't control kids from watching, but what they watch is very important. It is important for every one of us to actually to navigate and help giving our kids what is required. And it is only when we get them at the very first stage, first 2 years of their lives, that they can actually see a bigger picture, not just something on the phones, but also that there's a bigger world outside their phones. So yes, I think that is something that we need to look at. We have a bigger responsibility as elders. People who are following me and who have been following me for the past few years, I think they would know me by now. I will not stand up for myself, but I will stand up for others. So things that they would say to me, I'll just let it go, because I've had my share of brutality in the past, of people speaking bad about me, of throwing stones and all that. So I am immune to all those kind of criticisms. But having said that, I do accept feedback. I do accept constructive criticism. And if I find one, I would respond to them saying thank you for your perspective. I've never thought of this. I'll look into it, or I'll change it. I won't do it again, and all that. But if people have something bad to say about me, I will never respond. Sometimes I would, respond with a very, sarcastic kind of a quote and all that. But that was just for the fun of it, for the people who love comments. But then I would rather stay silent, because the moment you give them attention, they will come back at you, and that is what they are there for. And but one thing for sure that I cannot keep silent about is when they start attacking people other than me. It could be my family members, it could be my friends, it could be somebody who just appeared in the video. So those are the kind of people that I would try and protect. I would do anything to protect their dignity, so to say. And the least that I could do, if they don't want to, if the other person who are being attacked don't want me to engage in a conversation like that, I would just remove the comment altogether. But yes, having said that, negativity or negative comments, in one way, at least for myself, I would always keep them, allow them, even on my Instagram page or even on my YouTube channel, because negative comments and negative feedbacks, though if they are not constructive at all, at least those are a different perspectives of people to show you that you're still human and people can still see errors in your life. So you're not Mr. Perfect. There's no other way of helping you or motivating you to create content other than creating content. because if your goal is to be popular, then this is not the place for you. If your goal is to be to earn fame and earn money and all that, this is not the place for you. Though it comes along with it when you are successful in what you do. But again, if you're successful in what you're doing, I mean, if you're working as anybody, people will recognize you, people will know you. So you need not come into content creation just for people to recognize you. So, but if you strictly say that I want to create content, then just start creating. And when it comes to the technical part of it, how you can gain followers, how you can gain the momentum of creating content that way, start today and create content every day. Do that for 3 months and you will see progress.
Best podcaster is Ferdinand Rani.
The award that I got was for the best podcaster. So it was not really for the best YouTuber award. Though these categories are just a few, very limited, but it was the first award anyhow. So much appreciation goes to the Government of Meghalaya for having felicitated the content creation community here, and having this platform, the Hello Meghalaya platform, as one of the platforms that we can actually put our contents in and then get ourselves monetized from those content that we put up there. But when I got the award, it was never just for the podcast alone, but it has somehow helped me in recognizing myself. Though I was very confident with myself, with what I do since I started, but then this has given me a step further of leveling up my production, my video quality, and the kind of content strategy that I do. And now I have expanded into different fields and different ways of content creation. I have opened up to more collabs. I've opened up to more promotions and collaborations with brands and other creators and all that. So that has somehow motivated me that way, because awards are not for, though they are for recognition to some or to many, but for me it's not just that. It is most importantly, it's for inspiration, it's for motivation. It's actually to motivate you to do better. It's not for you to look down on someone that you're the best and nobody can compete against you, or that you just the best and you just remain the best and you walk like nobody else. It's not that. It's more like, yes, I've got this recognition, now I can do better, now at least I can do more. So in terms of content creation that way, yes, I have not changed, but I've improvised a little bit. But like I mentioned earlier, I wanted to get into this full time. If not full time, at least more of my time into it, because I see that content creation, social media is the next big thing. It is already a big thing now. So yes.